You have one muscle here and one muscle there. They make what's called the pelvic diaphragm. And actually they make also one of the two sphincters around the urethra, external urethral sphincter. From here to there, that piece of the urethra is called membranous urethra. Membranous urethra. So we have the prostatic urethra and we have the membranous urethra. What is that small duct? What's that? This is the united duct between the vas and the seminal vesicle. So that should be the ejaculatory duct, which ends into the prostatic urethra. You got it? This, that small piece.
Cool.
This. Okay? So this is the ejaculatory duct, which is the union between the seminal vesicle duct and the vas deferens. And then, so we have here prostatic urethra, membranous urethra, and then penile urethra, all the way down. What's that tip opening I mentioned last time?
External urethra meatus.
Meatus or orifice. It's not a sphincter. It's not a sphincter. Okay. If I ask you about the structure of the penis, we have two different erectile tissues. If I go into this pink color, is that pink?
Purple.
You call it pink?
Purple.
Purple. Purple. If I ask you about this, what kind of tissue is this? The top two are corpus cavernosum, not spongiosum. The tissue as erectile is a spongy tissue. That's right. But I need the name. I need the name. So you know the name, Tyler?
Which one? The top one?
The top one, which is this. A name of a girl, okay? Not the name of a guy. Okay.
So what is it again?
So what's the top one?
Corpus cavernosum. Corpus cavernosum.
Cavernosum.
Okay, Nicole? Name of a girl
I'm
again.
looking at you.
So you prove yourself. Okay. What about the red one?
That is the corpus spongiosum.
Yes. Why?
It's spongy.
Why? You should give me a reason why you name it this way.
Because
What runs inside it?
Sponge.
pee.
What runs inside it?
The urethra.
Yes, not the penis. This is part of the structure of the penis. This runs inside the penis.
No, isn't that where pee comes out of?
Sponge?
When you pee?
No, out of this.
Yes, this is the urethra.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Urethra runs inside the lowest erectile tissue, which is the corpus spongiosum. You have one red and you have one purple. You said purple or pink? Purple. So the lowest, it can easily identified by this tube running inside. So that tube is, Mister,
I can't see the tube.
what's that tube? Urethra, not urethra. Yes, maybe in India they call it urethra. Okay. So this continued down to be ending here. What is the name of that end of this?
The head.
Or I don't accept such a name. Okay, we are not in the street right now. Okay?
The glands.
Glans penis. Okay, that piece of skin. This guy is not circumcised. What's the name of that one?
Foreskin.
Foreskin or
I can't think of the other word.
prepuce. Prepuce.
What?
Prepuce.
Prepuce.
Prepuce. Prepuruse. Prepuce. Okay? Who did write in the first eval that I do wrong spelling on the board? I teach you guys how to do the correct spelling. You pronounce it well and then you can do the spelling. I never study spelling. You have to know the Latin name, the exact Latin name, and then you can easily spell it. Okay? I think you did.
No.
He doesn't know how to spell my name.
You do.
I do. So again, here is the penile urethra, runs to be ended at the external urethral sphincter, and this is the prepuce, the skin cover, the glans penis. What's that light blue? What's that area? Pubic bone at the symphysis pubis, the middle of this area. Okay. What else left for this one? I think we don't have any more.
Do we have to do
Where's the
anything
Cooper's
inside the
bone?
testes or no?
Inside the testes, actually, this could be the epididymis. Just the coverings are more clear than from outside. If you look from outside, it's hard to figure out the two layers. So if I ask you, what is that innermost covering? What is that? Albuginea. Albuginea. And the outside one, the light blue or light
Vagina.
tunica vaginalis.
Vaginalis.
This is all what you do remember. Something vagina.
Oh, it's like vagina.
What did he say? I need tunica vaginalis. In between the two, you have the space where thin fluid is going to be there. Okay? If you go to this from just an anterior view like this, this is the cut section. We already had it. So we have here, if you're asked what's that tube?
Vas deferens.
Vas deferens, not Vans deferens. What's the other name of vas deferens? Do you know if you grow up and you have the wrong name, nobody can change it from your mind. So if you have a Vans deferens, it will continue for life as Vans deferens. And if you work at a hospital, they will ask you, who's crazy professor teaching this? Okay? Me.
You.
No, I never give you that. Okay? So this, once you have a crossing here, lower down there, so one should be the ureter coming up, and this should be the vas deferens running down. It will go down until it hits the seminal vesicle. We had it from outside here, and then it's going to be there. Where we can find the Cooper's gland or the bulbourethral gland. Here is the urethra, all the parts of the urethra. I may ask you where we may find the Cooper's gland. It's not here in this mannequin.
Near the pelvic diaphragm?
Yes, near the pelvic diaphragm or attach it to the membranous urethra. What is that membranous urethra? Look at this. So it should be here. It should be nearby this region, not far in the penile urethra. This is quite well what you need to know about that mannequin.